at least even if you don't know much, denying, you deny something, or to deny somebody over something. Okay? For example, if I keep you here seated without lunch up to evening, I have starved you, not so? Meaning I have denied you the ability to have your meals. Are we together? That is what we call starvation. It also exists in several aspects. Okay? Maybe if they deny you food, that is starvation. They deny you rights, something like that. So, now this is our fire. Okay? Yesterday we talked about food for the fire. Who can tell us what food for the fire is? What does the fire eat to grow? Yes, my brother. Hi, there. You.
Respect.
Your name again?
Charles.
Charles. Good. What did we say the food for the fire is?
There's pepper.
Pepper. Okay. Any other try? Yes, sir.
Combustible material.
Very good. We say the combustible materials or those items that can catch fire are the food for the fire. Are we together? And our second method of putting off the fire is starvation. So how do we starve the fire? Where does that method apply? Somebody give me the answer. From this side. Where does that method apply? Yes, my sister. On oxygen. We agree with her?
No.
Who is saying no? So this side, brother is. Okay, my brother is white. I think that's a false fuel. Fuel. Okay. The starvation method applies on fuel or combustible materials. Because we say food for the fire are combustible what? Materials. Yesterday we broke them down into solids, liquids and gases, and we gave examples, right? So those of you who are new, you can ask your colleagues. You are now friends. You can ask them, don't fear. Okay? So, if you want to put off the fire using this method, that means you have to apply the starvation what? Method. And we already saw that starvation is to deny somebody over something. Okay? Or to deny something of something. Because the fire is something. Okay? Now, so when you apply starvation to the fire, that means you are intending to remove this side of the fire trial. Are we together? So, heat is there, the oxygen levels are enough to cause the fire, but you are intending to remove the what? The combustible materials away from the fire. So, when you do that, you do what we call starvation. You are trying to starve the fire of what it can consume to gain strength and momentum. Are we together there? Now, how do we starve the fire? That's what we want to look at. How do we starve the fire? Any idea? Yes?
By removing the combustible material
From the fire. You guys are very good. So, how do we starve the fire? By removing the burning materials from the fire. So we have three methods of starvation. We have three methods of effecting the starvation method of fire. One, by removing the burning materials from the unburnt materials. by removing the burning materials from the unburnt materials. For example, if your house is on fire, God forbid your house should not be on fire. Okay? Now that you have done this course. Now, if your house is on fire, for example, and you want to stop the fire, you can decide to remove the burning material, if it is safe, that is, from the unburnt material. For example, if fire has started on a sofa set and it is growing, okay, to a level that it is trying to guard the dining set, the curtains and so forth, but the fire is still growing to sustain momentum, the best you can do is to carry that sofa set outside if it is safe. Okay? So you're trying to remove the burning material from the unburnt material. So when you put it out, you will allow it to burn until it concentrates only on that burning material and there is nothing else to burn. Once it finishes, the fire will definitely go off. And the whole house will be saved from fire. So you have actually prevented a fire through starvation. Are we together there? Yes.
To add on what you are saying,
Yes.
and
Yes.
in our community here, the good example, we have bushes around.
Yes.
Now, if fire is coming from the other side, you find some people that try to make a digging, making a way.
Yes.
Those are the examples is giving. Now, if you dig like this walkway, the fire will come from the other side and stop. Either you also burn from this side, also the middle of the way. That is the example. That is what is meaning from that one.
Okay.
To make you understand well.
So that is a very, very good illustration. Actually, that is where I was coming from. That is called, it is under bushfires, and we are still looking at structural fires, which are building based. Okay? So, let me first finish this. That when fires are bush in nature, fires begin from the bush. You can apply the starvation method by doing what he said. Okay? If fire is coming from this side, the other side, you can need to create something like a pathway. Why are you doing that? You are removing the combustible material, such that when fire reaches, it has nothing to burn here. And once it has nothing to burn, it will definitely go off. Are we together? So it is called starvation method. So sometimes people do things but they don't know what they are doing. So for you are very lucky today. Now, that is one. So it also happens, you have seen people, if for example the house catches fire, you find they have removed everything and they have put it out. They are trying to do starvation method, such that the fire has nothing to burn. Yeah, but you see those people don't know what they are doing. When you ask them, do you know the starvation method on fire? You see what is that? What are you talking about? But yeah, they are already doing it. Okay? Yeah, so that is one. Now, two, removing the unburnt materials from the burning materials. The first one was burning materials. You remove that item that is burning, you put it out, so that you starve the fire. Two, you can remove the unburnt materials from the fire. That is, you leave what is burning inside. Okay? And then you remove all those items that are not burning, such that when the fire burns and has nothing to burn next, the fire will automatically go off. Are we together? Are we understanding? Yes. Now, for example, you have a tax park here. Tax park. Yes. If any of those taxis catches fire, you can need to do two things. Because sometimes the fire may be so big. By driving away all these other taxis that are not on fire outside the park, such that this only taxi will burn, and because it has nothing else to burn, it will stop there. It's called starvation. Or you may decide, if you have means, either to tow it down, to tow it out, to get hold of the burning taxi, maybe with a breakdown or something, you pull it outside the park, so that you isolate it somewhere, it burns until it is completely. But the fire is not allowed to spread to other taxis.